Your phone is clean, your hands are clean, but is your digital life clean? By the way, have you ever used a password or clicked on a phishing link or ignored an update? Then your cyber hygiene might be making you a target and you don't even know. So in this video, I'll be answering the question, what is cyber hygiene and why you need it now? But before we dig deep into the video, once again, welcome to Cyber Productive, a channel where we'll help you unlock productivity hacks and cyber security tips so you can work smarter and stay safer online. So if you value your time, your data, and your freedom, and maybe perhaps you are new to the channel, do well to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out important updates like this, and so we can stay protected together. First, what is cyber hygiene? Just the same way brushing your teeth can protect you from, let's say, cavity diseases or even toothache, same way cyber hygiene protects you from cyber threats. It is basically the practice of maintaining healthy security habits, keeping your software updated, using a strong password, and even implementing smart behaviors. So cyber hygiene, we can just say, is a digital health checklist that is making sure things are healthy with your online security. Now let's talk about why it matters now more than ever. In 2024 alone, over 20 billion data records were exposed, and that's not just big corporations, but small businesses, freelancers, and even regular people. So if your cyber hygiene is weak, it's only a matter of time before you get compromised. So let's say it like this. You lock your front door, which is your home door. That's physical security. That's nice. But ask yourself, is your digital door wide open? Now let's talk about the top 7 cyber hygienes and why they matter. Number 1 is to use unique and strong password. And how do you do that? By using a password manager to generate and store them. A password manager can generate as many strong and reliable passwords as possible for any account whatsoever you want to use the password for. So make sure to use a password manager, and I've made some recommendations before in my previous video, so you can check that video out and get better recommendations. The second cyber hygiene is to use MFA, that is multi-factor authentication. That is, it's a way of adding extra layer of security to your account or your device. I've talked about that previously in one of my videos, so you can check that out to get a better understanding of what it means. And some of the common MFA apps are Authy, Google Authenticator, or even Microsoft Authenticator. But make sure when using this multi-factor authentication app, you watch out for MFA scam, that is multi-factor authentication scam, which is when hackers bombard end users with 2FA requests. So make sure to watch out for that. The third cyber hygiene is regular software update. Stop ignoring software updates. They are very important because they are loopholes to applications and softwares or even platforms through which hackers can exploit your personal information and use them against you. So make sure to always update your software or update your application. And the good thing is that you can even automate your software update, so it will be easier and stress-free. The fourth cyber hygiene is to secure your Wi-Fi, most especially your home Wi-Fi. So the very first thing you need to do is to change the default login setting. This is something I always recommend, most especially when you have new tech gadgets like that. You need to change the default login setting. And secondly, for your Wi-Fi, you need to use a secured encryption, like the WPA2 encryption, which always comes default in most routers. But if you have the option of using WPA3, which is the latest encryption technology, you can go ahead and use it. The fifth cyber hygiene is to avoid the public Wi-Fi or use a VPN if you must use a public Wi-Fi. In one of my videos, I've talked about the danger of using a public Wi-Fi because hackers love unencrypted networks because they quietly wait for you on the public Wi-Fi, and once you hop in onto the public Wi-Fi without a VPN, they prey on you because a public Wi-Fi is a hacker's playground. The sixth cyber hygiene, which is more of a behavioral hygiene, is to think before you click, because most attacks come through phishing links. So it's a matter of receiving an email or a link, but you don't know where this link is coming from, but you went ahead and clicked on the link and you get hacked. My best advice in cases like this where you receive a link and you don't know where the link is coming from is for you to ignore that link and do your own personal research or findings before you even click the link, or if possible just avoid the link totally. It's way better than becoming a victim. The seventh cyber hygiene is to back up your data in case of a ransomware attack or a system failure. This is very important, and you have different options. Most especially, you can use the cloud storage system or use an external hard drive. In most cases, I advise using an external hard drive, which is way better because it's in your possession and you probably keep it very well. And it's most advisable to do these backups regularly, most especially weekly. Putting all these habits into use makes you develop a good cyber hygiene, and a good cyber habit gives you a long-term security. Now let's make this more realistic. Now let's talk about real-life consequences of poor cyber hygiene. First, let's talk about a guy called John. Actually, he lost over $5,000 as a result of reusing the same password for multiple accounts. Because in the case of credential stuffing, your password can be stolen and used to hack your other accounts. And that's exactly what happened here. And the second example is an entrepreneur whose business was shut down for over 3 months as a result of ransomware attack. And that's simply because she was missing a vital cyber hygiene, which is regular data backup. All these are not fictions, but they are actually a preventable tragedy. At this point, some people might say, oh, implementing this cyber hygiene might be stressful, might be time consuming. Well, I might agree with that, but let me show you how to build a weekly cyber hygiene routine. So let's start from a Monday. Let's say on a Monday, you check for software updates. That is, go through all your softwares, your system software, or your smartphone software, and check for updates. Make sure all your apps are up to date. And anyone that is not up to date that requires an update, you just go ahead and install the update immediately. Then on Wednesday, you review recent logins to key accounts. That is, take your time and go through some of your key accounts. Let's say your personal account or your business account. You need to go through the logs, the login logs, to make sure these logins were initiated by the right users. And if there's any fishy login attempt to any account, you address it immediately to make sure you cover that loophole immediately. Then on Friday, you back up important files. Like I always advise, you make sure you use an external hard drive to back up important files. Like I said, you back up weekly. So just like in this case, you are backing up on a Friday. So the next backup might come next week Friday again. The next week Friday, just like that. Then by weekend, probably Saturday, Sunday, you audit password and remove unused apps. You make sure the password is updated and it's not compromised in any way. Then remove unused app. That is, do a thorough audit on the apps on your smartphone or your laptop, as the case may be, and remove apps that you don't use anymore, because old apps are good mine for hackers, because they discover loopholes in those old apps and use it to hack your device. And if you think you might forget to implement all this, then you can make it simple. Like, just keep it simple. Just set a reminder that at a certain day you start updating your information or start implementing certain cyber hygienes to your system, to your network, or to your business. Just make it simple. Just set a reminder and you'll be good to go. Now let's specifically talk about tools that help you stay clean. Number one is the password manager, and the very good example is Bitwading or 1Password. One of my previous videos, I talked extensively about password manager. So if you've not seen that video, after this you can check that video out. But then 1Password and Bitwading are one of the best in the industry, so you can go ahead and implement them today and start enjoying the privilege they give you to keep your account and device secure. And the second tool is a VPN, and in this case specifically Proton VPN or NordVPN. This VPN have a basic version, which is the free version, and they also have the paid version. But in most cases, the basic version, which is the free version, is enough for whatever you want to do. So download them and start using them today to give you high level of security, that is encryption with internet, most especially when you are browsing the internet. The third tool is Security Suite, and specifically Malwarebytes or Avast. These are basically antivirus that keep you safe, scan your device for thorough virus or malware, and eliminate them immediately to keep you safe and secure, to cover up loopholes through which hackers can hack your device. And the fourth tool here is browser extension, and specifically uBlock Origin or HTTPS everywhere. And this helps you secure your connection, internet connection. For those that understand what HTTPS means, that is, it encrypts your connection and makes it very secure while browsing the internet. So these are must-have extensions on your browsing gadgets. So let me make it clear. Cyber hygiene is not a one-time fix. It's not something you do once and you say you forget about it, or you do it once and you think everything is done, everything is fixed. No, it's a habit. It's a consistent step of keeping things in check and making sure things work. So you need to start small and be consistent. But remember, protecting your digital life is protecting your real life. So if you learned something from this video, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and send this video to somebody you know who they are that still uses their birth date as a password. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Once again, this is Cyber Productive, and I'll see you in the next one.